LincolnForACash.com. All deals with approved credit.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers and storms, especially this afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a high near 73. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely with a low near 56. Tomorrow, showers and storms continuing throughout the day with a high near 71. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better toppings bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock Streets in Lincoln.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. In your face. It's hump day. Lunchtime, it is gorgeous. Lincoln, it is gorgeous outside. Gorgeous, I tell you.
Beautiful.
Enjoy your Wednesday. Hopefully you are doing something spectacular today. If you're not, if you haven't done something loving, we're going to give you a chance in this hour to do something pretty cool for the best people. And we will go through that. Special guest in studio. I'll introduce you here in a second. The Sutter Heyman text line is 402-464-5685. Want to be a part of what we're doing? Hit me with a what's up and fist bump. Let's get it. You can be a part of what we're doing. Tell us what you think about what we're talking about, and let's be a part of it as Our friends in the WWE like to say, what do you want to talk about? Well, today we're going to talk about Big Brother, Big Sister Lincoln, and we are going to challenge you. We want you to be active today. Love requires action. You can say you love Lincoln. You can say you love the young people of Lincoln, but you must be active in it. The two must match. Love without action is good, but it doesn't accomplish anything. Action without love keeps you busy, but nothing good happens. It's when Lincoln combines both love and action that it is absolutely at its best. And we will challenge you over the course of the next hour. You can just shout it out and tell me, done, DP, we got you. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, LO Channel 961. And if you have not so far, download the Ticket app so we can go with you everywhere. And we mean everywhere. No signal required. We can get to you. Download the app and you can be a part of what we're doing. It is a big ask Wednesday. And we are joined by Kyle Bishop. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Lincoln. Kyle, how you doing this morning, brother?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
It is, I always say, each day is a blessing.
Yes.
And so I work actively. And point of note, today is 22,915 for me, Bach. 22,915. Day number 22,915. And today's episode is titled Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Lincoln. And there is an event that's going on, Bowl for Kids' Sake, and we brought Kyle in to kind of give you the information and to fill in. I will draw the circle, and we're going to ask you to fill in with the color. But Kyle, first of all, why Big Brother, Big Sister for you? What's your story?
Yeah. So, well, Big Brothers Big Sisters for me, it really kind of got started when I was in college. So I went to UNL, where I majored in public relations and advertising. And during my senior year, I worked on a capstone project with a group of students. And at the time, I still wasn't really sure about what I wanted to do with my degree. There was quite a few options, and it was a kind of a difficult to narrow it down. But as a group of students, we worked as a team alongside Big Brothers Big Sisters for our capstone, and that really helped to bring that perspective to me that I could take this degree and work with an organization that actively benefits the community. And I would say that my big why lies within just sort of the time that I've spent with Big Brothers Big Sisters. So I've worked with them for just over 3.5 years now. And in that time, I've seen such an impact of having a mentor in the lives of Lincoln's young people. I think that providing a mentor for young people to be able to explore the community together is so valuable. It provides a new set of eyes that provides a different perspective, and it can help to connect the dots when you're young, really, because when we're young, we have all these paths are laid out and available to us. And it's really kind of hard to narrow it down to like the things that you're really into. Like you kind of know what you like, but really actively narrowing it down can be difficult. And I guess when I think about, in relation to my life, like I have hobbies and things and interests that I developed later on in life when I had, a bit more time to look outside the box. And I do think that, if the right set of eyes had been on me when I was younger, then perhaps those hobbies and interests and pathways would have lit up more early. I mean, the path is never clear for young people, but it always helps to have a flashlight. And that flashlight really comes from the mentors at Big Brothers Big Sisters. And that's a big part of my why, I would say.
Through all of this, and this is Kyle Bishop, Big Brother, Big Sister, Lincoln. And again, for the sake of conversation, Bowls for Kids' Sake, back in Lincoln. We're going to ask you all, and it's a simple ask for you to, if you have young littles that need to be a part of this program or you think could be benefited by this program, the event is just a vehicle to talk about the real mission. Mm-hmm. And the real mission with donating and otherwise, this particular event, how long has this event gone on? Is this event 1? Is this event 5? What year is this for Bowl for Kids?
Gosh, I couldn't even tell you. This is a signature fundraiser for BBBS, and so they're probably well over 20, I would say at this point. Yeah.
so through this thing that is, and it's Bowl for Kids' sake. Several sponsors along the way who have helped out, and I saw that UBT is a part of this. Emeritus is a part of this. Cleaver Books is a part of it. So it's an accumulation of really good people who are trying to do this good thing. And then, hey, for grins and giggles, let's do it at a bowling alley.
Yeah, absolutely.
and let's create the event. So where's the event? When is the event? Let folks know how they can kind of target this and put it on their calendar.
Yeah, so the event itself is going to be on May 2nd, and it's at 4:30. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8.
Okay.
And it's at Sun Valley Lanes. The best way to get involved with it is to visit our website, bbbsmidlands.org, and there should be an events tab to where you can click on the Bowl for Kids' Sake Lincoln option. And when you're there, you just register and form your team and fundraise together and join us next Friday for a celebration. I would like to add that this year's theme is pins and pajamas.
I saw that.
Yes, so you should rock your best PJs. There's going to be a spirit award for the best dressed team. So really try to outshine others.
So let me, yeah, I saw that and I started laughing because they said make sure you rock out your best pair of PJs. But here's what I know about Lincoln, and here's what I know about our listeners. First of all, you challenge them to get a group of friends to go to the bowl. The answer is going to be yes. Second of all, if you say we can bowl and wear pajamas, you probably have to put a disclaimer on Ticket Fans. Ticket Fans, we have some folks that get creative. And so we need you on your best behavior.
It's a family-friendly event.
Right? We know that some of y'all will show up and feel free. I expect full teams with Husker pajamas.
Absolutely.
Right? Like it's a full thing.
Keep the theme.
Yeah, it's fun through all of this. And to be careful, when you go to Big Brothers Big Sisters website, there's Omaha and Midlands. So we want them to be real specific.
Yeah. So we're all Midlands, but it's just Omaha and Lincoln. Yeah. Once you click on that events tab there'll be the 2 options for either Omaha's event or Lincoln's event. And yeah, if you just click on ours and register to have a team, we'd be happy to have you. We're just the minimum ask is each bowler raises at least $150.
Okay.
And once you reach that, we have the celebration next Friday. It's a free hour and a half of bowling, and it comes with unlimited pizza and beer or soda.
See, you again, I know our people, and if you say pizza and beer and they donate, just tell them to donate 150. Like tell them to donate 150, and it's all you can eat pizza, all you can drink beer, and all the bowling you can in those 90 minutes. That's it. That's it. Like that would be how it works, and then they can set up challenges amongst themselves. But what if bowling's not the thing and they just want to donate and be a part of the event that way? What's the easy way? What do you suggest?
Absolutely. So there are a couple of ways, and on that event page that we talked about just a little bit earlier, there's the option to either you can create an individual fundraiser and just have your own fundraising team, fundraising page, but you're not going to be bowling in the event. It's just more so to support. And then the other way, of course, is to send a donation to one of the teams that are already registered. They're listed on that event page there. Maybe pick one with your favorite name and send a donation their way, because all of it goes back to supporting activities in our program and supporting all of the outreach that we do to attract more mentors so that we can match youth that are currently waiting on our wait list.
Again, Kyle Bishop, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lincoln. The event is Bowl for Kids' Sake. Here in Lincoln, there is a deadline for enrollment. If you want to participate in anything, let folks know about what they should get done and by when, because that, again, our folks move differently.
Yeah, I'd say as soon as you possibly can. Our deadline for registered bowling teams is next Monday. So if you're thinking about joining, ask your coworkers, ask your family, ask your friends. I would say do it as soon as you can. But Otherwise, yeah, like I said, that deadline is going to be April. Well, next Monday. I will just say that.
You mentioned some of the activities and things that Big Brother Big Sister Lincoln and Midlands in the area that you specialize in, and it kind of drives the machine. But what are some of those things that are done for your littles? What are the areas of their lives that you reach, and who are some of the young people that you reach?
Yeah, so I would say like when it comes to reaching different areas of life, I would say, well, a lot of it lies within the activities and the relationship that our littles have with their bigs. So I talked about those activities that we offer in our program, and honestly, like a big part of it is we're community-based mentoring. So and that's kind of our big distinction. When our littles are hanging out with their bigs, they're meeting out in the community after school on the weekends, doing those types of things. And a lot of what we try to do is when we match our littles with our bigs, we take interest into consideration, and we really want to again access potential. We want to engage and enrich potential, and so like having intentional matching between littles and bigs really helps to reach into parts of a child's life that they may not be aware of, but they already have that inherent interest in. And of course, it goes beyond just that. I think that in addition to the mentors, our matches also work with like match support staff, and they work with them. They check in with them monthly, and they're always available to help provide resources not only to the bigs but also to our littles and their families. Occasionally, like we have a diaper closet to where we're able to donate to our families, and we also have period supplies that we're able to donate to. And honestly, this in general just helps with like general well-being for young people, and it helps to boost resilience as well, because it ensures that like not only like I mean if we can't provide everything,
right,
but being able to provide just those bits and pieces of resources in addition to the activities and the relationship that they have with their big, I think a lot of it kind of comes together nicely in forms of support that really creates an impact.
And there is a process for potential bigs and future bigs to go through to kind of help identify what areas can we put you in, what littles can we put you with. What is that process? How long does it take for somebody that's sitting there, you're at their office, you realize you want to contribute in that way with time? What's the process?
Yeah, so the process is pretty straightforward. It begins with an inquiry form on our website, bbbsmidlands.org, under the volunteering tab. And once you complete that, it's really short. It's just there to let us know that you're interested. We reach out and send you our full application. And once you complete that, you attend an orientation session. And then following that, you have an interview with our enrollment specialist. And that's where a lot of that comes into play, where we ask you like what your interests are, or like what you're looking for out of a mentoring relationship. Maybe you'd prefer to work with a much younger child instead of like someone who's maybe closer to high school. Our age range is 7 to 14. But and then of course things like your schedule, all of these things we take into consideration to match you intentionally with a young person waiting on our wait list.
Through all of it, and this process is one-sided to move the community and to keep them aware that this thing is there. But the real need is that there are young people in Lincoln, in the Midlands area, that need a big in space. You may know, if you're listening, you may know of a young person between the ages of 7 and 14 who you think, it could be your child, it could be your nephew, it could be your neighbor, somebody that you think would benefit from having somebody like Kyle in their life, somebody like Jake Bachhoven in their life, somebody like DP in their life, to just be there, listen, communicate, and be a tag. What is the process for somebody getting somebody enrolled, getting a little enrolled into the program?
Yeah, so it's very much the same as a mentor, just reverse for the child. So the parent fills out an inquiry form on our website, and there isn't an orientation session, but there is that interview with our enrollment specialist, because we really want to, as much as we're taking into consideration what our mentors are looking for, the bigger priority, of course, goes to what our littles want out of mentoring. and some of them are looking specifically for like more younger people or more older adults, and some of them are want someone more of their like cultural background. And because of that, like having a diverse pool of volunteers is just so crucial to the success in our program. But to go back on what you just said, yeah, once that interview is completed with our enrollment specialist, that child is then put on our wait list, and we review any available bigs at the time that would be a good match, and then we go from there.
Kyle, I'll ask you: are you a big?
Not currently.
Yeah, I'm a challenger.
Yeah,
I am a challenger, and so I say mentoring for me has been a life's mission, and in any pocket that I can get into. So I will say that I'm going to enroll, and I'm going to challenge you to enroll too. So ideally, if we do this right, I'll see you at the orientation, right? The challenge and the thing. I'm going to be a man of my word. I'm going to offer up. I'm going to challenge you to offer up. We have 4 gentlemen in the room. Yeah, I'm going to challenge everybody in the room to enroll in this thing. And then for you listeners, it will cost you nothing to register and make yourself available. I saw the number on the website that there were 26 Lincoln Littles in need.
Yeah, I think it's it's just above. It might be a couple more, but yes.
Yeah. So we know 4 of us can knock off a large chunk of those littles. And to do that, and then I know the good people of Lincoln and the good people who listen to the ticket, some of you have time. How much time would be required? What's the time donation rather than the financial?
Yeah, that's a really common question. We ask for a minimum of 4 hours a month. So however which way you're able to do that. Some people will meet an hour each week. Some will do 2-hour long activities. Honestly, something that I tend to hear is that you're having fun, you kind of lose track of time and go a little bit over, but that's totally fine. You can go over 4 hours a month.
Right. So I've been a big brother in Houston. I've been a big brother in DC. I had not done the deep dive in the pool here in Lincoln yet. Been a little busy, but that's okay. Here's what I know. For the good things that in your heart and your spirit, you make time. And I think it's important. Again, the event is Bowl for Kids' Sake. It's here in Lincoln. The event is May 2nd. The deadline for you and your group to get a team into the event is Monday, the 28th. So you have time. You can go to bbsmidlands.org, not .com, .org. And then all the links are there on the website, and you can be a part of it. Think of you and your 3 best friends, and each of you can challenge somebody you work with. You can challenge the folks in your office. You can challenge the guys you play softball with, or the guys on your own bowling team that you currently have. I've been around enough Lincoln bowling leagues to know that those folks will bowl anytime, anywhere. So lock up your team, rally around. Great cause, great people. Kyle Bishop is here. I'll ask you once again, because for me, there's simplicity in saying yes. Like if you give people an option to say no, they'll say no, right? They'll waver a little bit. Here's what I'll offer as well. I'll put together a ticket gift bag of T-shirts, hats, and I'll even sign one of my Impact of Influence books for the first person who enrolls on the BBBS Midlands website. If you register and just send me a screen grab that you registered, I'll put together a ticket pack for you. As a matter of fact, anybody that does it in the next couple of minutes, I'll do it for everybody.
That's awesome.
Everybody gets a T-shirt. If you enroll today, if you enroll now and send me a screen grab that you enrolled, ticket, T-shirt, your size, I'll throw in a copy of the Impact of Influence as well to be a part of it. And it's a great cause, and it's Lincoln. So we're not asking you to go out. And if you can't do any of that, I'll also throw in a T-shirt for anybody that makes a donation. So just go to the website, make the donation, send me a screen grab, and you'll have a ticket T-shirt. So we can do that.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. here's if you can't move when good people are doing good things, that's a whole other that's a whole other statement.
True.
Kyle, let me know how to follow you, to find Big Brother, Big Sister Lincoln in the Midlands.
Yeah. So for BBBS, again, just tagging off of what you just said, that'll be under bbbsmidlands.org, bbbsmidlands.org under the events tab. And for us, you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
It is a great cause, both for kids' sake. May 2nd at Sunrise Valley. Get your group together, get your bowling team together, get your softball team together, get your golfing together, and be a part of this big event. It's a good cause for the great littles of Lincoln. We appreciate it. Kyle, thank you, kind sir. Appreciate you. We'll toward the break. More one-on-one coming up on The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket is your place for English Premier League soccer. On Saturday, Everton plays Man City at 9 a.m., followed by Aston Villa versus Newcastle at 11:30 a.m. On Sunday, Man United plays Wolves at 8 a.m., with Ipswich Town versus Arsenal at 8 a.m. as well. Liverpool currently leads the standings with 76 points. You can find all this and more at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket, your place for English Premier League soccer.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Gannett Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gannett Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gannett Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GannettTrucking.com.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better toppings bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock Streets in Lincoln. You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break wrap. What do you have? Oh yeah, good. When someone orders a wrap, I want to go come across the table. Oh, wrap. What do you guys have? What's your best wrap? No, what's your so aggressive? Was that buffalo chicken? That's incredible. Yeah. When you say I want to get, I'm going to software. They have great wraps. I want to throw a punch.
Here's one too that I encountered
with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's appropriate. What do they say? Song don't lie. We all fell for it. We got Cena. We got Cena. We have 3 wrestling fans in the building, and we're still, I don't think any of us have recovered from Sunday. Boo! Boo that man! Before we get into it, Bach, let him know we've got a special read. Please handle business. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. It's, of course, big day tomorrow, NFL draft starting. The NFL draft is tomorrow, and the place to watch it is at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane in South Lincoln. 23 beers on tap, a specific bar for high-end bourbon and spirits, 30 TVs showing the drafts on most of them, but also Major League Baseball, golf, and more. Enjoy the delicious wings or handheld sandwiches like the Turkey Melt, Liquid Gold Hamburger, the Bull Market Barbecue Burger, and more. Enjoy the brand new chocolate chip cookie skillet as well. And if you come today, Wednesday, you can enjoy Midweek Burger Bliss with $2 off their burger basket, stacked, saucy, and served with fries. Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane, just north of 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln.
Saucy. If you like them spicy or saucy, that'll get me in the door. That'll get me in the door. We have to find out from Jake. Like, what do we get? What does Jake Bockelman get when he walks in the door at Liquid Assets?
That Bull Market Barbecue Burger sounds pretty good.
Right. It sounds like a Bach burger. I don't know what they're doing. That was a layup. That's a Bach burger. I don't understand why we're doing this, making this more difficult. That's an easy blend. Make that happen. Yeah. Okay, Bach, you have full permission to chase that one down. We got a text from folks. We're gonna add Smoking Gun's gonna add a bag of jerky for each person that enrolls up or donates for Big Brother Big Sister Lincoln. So not only you doing a good cause, being a part of a great event, but you're going to get a cool ticket T-shirt and some Smoking Gun beef jerky. So I think you're getting enough. See, that's a walk for you, Bach. That's how you walk down the street. See that not everybody's figured out their walk in life. We used to always talk about lengthening your stride, right? That how important it is. That's when you know somebody tiptoeing people. got some stuff on their mind. Right? When they're taking them short steps, like you do when it's ice and sleet, long stride, when the sun's out, you got plenty of room, nobody on the sidewalk, it's just you and whatever's in your headphone. That long stride, my aspiration, my goal, my wish for everybody is that everybody at some point today, you get to engage in your full long stride. I don't care where you are, what's going on. You can't do it at an office. Rarely at an office can you do it. Like that might be a before work or after work thing.
Yeah.
But there are people who take their lunch break and get their walk in. They get their steps in at lunchtime. See, those are people who get through their day happy because mark this down. You cannot live your happiest day without engaging in your longest stride. Just imagine that thing you hold inside yourself that you just want to be free. And your long stride is required. That dude who just walked by the window, that dude is having a moment. That dude is having a day. So I hope that you at some point today get your long stride on and do this. And again, jump on. It's Big Brother, Big Sister. Lincoln, you can do the Midlands BB, Big Brother, BS, Big Sister, Midlands.org, not .com. Send me a screen grab. We'll put some shirts in for you. Yep. Big Rob, absolutely. The George Jefferson stride, there's certain strides that are iconic. Absolutely iconic. George Jefferson stride where the arms are swinging. Conor McGregor perfected. And really, Conor stole it from George Jefferson. They're really the same walk. But the people who watch UFC aren't necessarily the same people who watch Jefferson. Another great stride, one of the great strides of all time. John Travolta in Saturday Night Live, Saturday Night Fever, after he won the dance contest, he did it. He said, I need to go strut. And he had on the disco boots and the disco jeans and the tight chest hair shirt. and Benny Wynn got his strut on. There's certain ones that Vince McMahon.
Absolutely.
Vince McMahon, walk like you got a pair. There's certain walks, and we have to. I'll give Shane McMahon credit for taking his walk and turning it into a dance. Right? The Shane strut.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Shane strut. Yeah, that was perfect. Jimmy Garvin. Do you remember Jimmy Garvin? Are you familiar with gorgeous Jimmy Garvin?
I'm not.
Okay. So back in the NWA Georgia Championship Wrestling days, he was supposed to be the kayfabe brother of Ronnie Hands of Stone Garvin, but quite frankly, no. And they didn't look alike, which I didn't understand why they did that, but okay, fine. Jimmy Garvin was one of the first ones to use a popular rock song to come to the ring with. And he had a valet named Baby Doll, who ended up, Baby Doll, I think she actually married Tully Blanchard. Maybe. But so Baby Doll started with, and then Precious was another one. But Baby Doll with Dusty Rhodes cut some of the best promos ever. Ric Flair and Baby Doll cut promos, but Garvin had her, and he took regular wrestling pants and he had glitter forearm sleeves. And whatever color the sleeves were, he had glitter leggings to go with it. And he would march to the ring. He would strut to the ring to ZZ Top's Sharp Dressed Man.
Nice.
And he had maybe the greatest white dude afro in history. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin had maybe the greatest white dude afro ever. He had the dark, thick, curly hair, and he had a full afro, but it was almost like a mullet afro, like a muffro. Because it was but he would come down and he'd stop and he'd get to the middle part of the song. He'd just stop, and all he would do was just fluff his hair. It was spectacular. It was absolute. The texter says John Wayne had a strut. Yep. you could copy. I think there's a time everybody could copy John Wayne's walk. Like you would take your shot, like they would shoot John Wayne. And as a matter of fact, I want to say it was Richard Pryor who made a joke about John Wayne. He said, you know, Death tried to get John Wayne. He said, "Get the out of here, Death." So it's there. Yeah, yep, there it is. Getting bad. Daryl, you are absolutely right. Richard Pryor, from the movie with Gene Wilder. Man, what movie was that? Where they ended up going to prison for a crime they didn't commit. And Richard Pryor is trying to tell Gene Wilder, hey, man, you need to leave that white dude walk outside. Because if you walk into here with your normal walk, man, you can be in trouble. So he said, what stir crazy? Thank you, Boone. He said, and Richard Pryor was like, he changed his walk. And he said, what are you doing? He goes, getting bad. You can beat up if you get bad. You get a bit bad. And Gene Wilder, in one of the great comedy skits, is trying to mimic Richard Pryor's cool walk. And Richard Pryor just looks at him and goes, you're doing too much. You do it. So, yeah, that. See No Evil. No, that was a different Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. See No Evil, Hear No Evil was another Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder. Bach and I were having this conversation earlier today. So getting into radio for me meant that I had to learn everybody's culture. I had to learn white people from Nebraska's culture, white people from New York's culture, white people from Portland's culture, white people from Southern California's culture, white people from Northern California's culture, white people from Houston, and white people from Amarillo. And it's not the same. I had to learn all the cultures. And I'm amazed at how little white people know about Black culture. It is fantastic to me. Bach, I asked you a question earlier today. I said, Bach, are you familiar with Guy? Are you familiar with New Jack Swing? And Bach looked at me like I spoke Latin. Because in the 80s and 90s, New Jack Swing music was everything. So if you know, and just for folks who don't know, go New Jack Swing. If you, Teddy Riley is one of the great New Jack, he was really the kind of leader behind it. And he had a group called Guy. Aaron Hall, like he had Crazy Legs. They had three guys. And if you watched New Jack City with Wesley Snipes, it's the music of that era. And I said, well, I asked Jake, I'm like, so do you know any New Jack songs? He's like, no. I said, okay, so do you know Rump Shaker? And Jake looked at me and panicked. You could see the emotional panic of him trying to process. And he went in the back, he pulled up the song, and he knew it. And it was such a great victory for him. And so I asked Bach, I'm like, Bach, there's certain things that I would think culturally crossed over, but they don't always reach. And then I forget this thing. I'm old. I'm officially the old dude. Like I'm 62 years old. So everything y'all seen, I've seen three generations worth, 3 evolutions worth. And so I asked Nick, have you ever seen The Great White Hope? I asked him if he knew who Jack Johnson was. So Bach, I'll ask you, do you know who Jack Johnson is?
Yeah, one of the greatest boxers of all time, one of the first boxers.
Right.
Great boxers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nick, no idea. He goes, he's born in 1897. How would I know that? I'm like, Jesus Christ was born in year 1. You know who he is. That's no excuse. Like, I hate that excuse that it was before my time. Stop it. That's just lazy. And I said, you are in sports. If you don't know who Jack Johnson is, I'm going to have to take your microphone away. I had to take your mic. I said, so go and watch The Great White Hope. I said it's one of the great movies, the great James Earl Jones as the lead, and just a great movie and some great storytelling. He also hadn't seen Brian's Song, which I really was heartbroken. I was hurt that Nick, I'm like, you don't know the story of Brian Piccolo? The Chicago Bears? First black and white teammates on the road, the NFL. You don't know the story of Brian Piccolo dying from cancer? You don't? No. No, ham and beans. No, not that Jack Johnson. He's talking about the singer.
Yeah, I was going to say there are a few. That's a popular name. But
Listen, I won't punch many people, but I would stomp the toe of anybody that if I asked them about Jack Johnson, they mentioned the singer. I would stomp on their toe. I would stomp on their toe. That they would deserve that.
He was pretty big for a while. I don't know what's happened.
He was never world champion.
He was never.
He was never world champion.
Boxing.
He was never
making
world
movies
champion.
about him and all.
Right.
That.
It was this thing. It's the same thing. I'm old, and from a culture standpoint, it's the same thing. That as I've asked you literally last week, when you hear the opening chords of Cult of Personality, who do you think of? And you said, I think of CM Punk. And I said, there's a group of people I know that would stomp your toe for not saying Living Color. Because Living Color, that band, and one of the highlights of WrestleMania, one of the highlights was to hear that opening chord and to see Vernon Reed up there and to see Corey up there with full pipe singing Cult of Personality with CM Punk. It gave me great joy. It gave me, because it actually let people see who made the music. And it is, don't be afraid to cross cultures, people. Just don't be, because if I was afraid to cross cultures, I certainly wouldn't have been cheering for Johnny Rogers and Rich Glover back in 1971. Expand yourself. We'll throw it back. We'll come back and close out one-on-one.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town. Authentic Mexican food is not always easy to find, but you can find it in Lincoln at Tacos Los Hermanos. Their birria tacos are worth the drive from anywhere in town, but their chicken, chorizo, al pastor, and asada tacos are also worth the trip. You can also try any of those meats in a burrito or quesadilla. You won't find a better toppings bar in the area or better dessert options. If you can't get there, don't worry, they do deliver as well. Stop by Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock Streets in Lincoln.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Runners, are you ready? The 48th Annual Lincoln Marathon takes over the streets on Sunday, May 4th. Whether you're chasing a personal best, conquering your first race, or just in it for the bragging rights, this race is for you. Sign up for the full or half marathon today at lincolnmarathon.org, but don't wait, spots are filling fast. Join thousands of runners or line up along the course to cheer them on and make race day unforgettable. The Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon, your finish line is waiting. Register now at lincolnmarathon.org.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com. The Husker Games are coming soon. Do you know your tailgate meal for before and after the events? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate something for all Nebraskans made in Nebraska. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you tailgate without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No party or tailgate is complete without it.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. You're listening to One-on-One with DP, sponsored by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment before we hand it over to Bach, the black shirt, and the walk-on. Euler in the house, Winter World Wednesday here on The Ticket. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the Lincoln Stars who advanced. They will begin the Western Conference Finals Friday at the Icebox. Go to the Stars website, get your tickets. It's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be a good weekend. Lots going on around. Of course, you got Husker games. Waiting for emails to tell us what exactly that is going to look like in full. I'm going to need somebody to be a shopper for me and go down to the equipment sale. All the authentic Husker stuff that's been sitting in warehouses and the overstock and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be on air at 10 o'clock Saturday. I'm literally going to call Tank Perry and say, hey, man, you need to be here at 10 and go to 11 so I can go down and get my shop on. But Becky's like, no. I was also supposed to go to Kansas City for UFC. But I'm staying in line. We're going to be live all day Saturday, so you'd be free to hang out with us. From the text line, Bones, you are absolutely right. Bones says, one of the greatest early metal and rap collaborations before it was really a thing was the hard metal band Anthrax with Public Enemy. Bring the noise. They got together. He said, yeah, no, I knew all about this one. I probably saw them at least 4 festivals during that run of them together. And I think the first, way throwback, combining rock and rap. There is no hip hop music without pulling rock samples. That was literally the thing. And as a matter of fact, Blondie and Rapture, Blondie pulled over Fab Five Freddy and used some hip hop backbeats for Rapture. So they had been crossing over anyway. And if you don't know the bass line from Rapper's Delight, go track. Go and track it. But the first big crossover, of course, was when Run DMC and Aerosmith got together, and the video was iconic. And to see Steven Tyler dancing next to Run DMC brought joy to my life, because to see them get together and do that, there's some great collaborations between metal and hip hop, and it was 100%. 100%. Simple's number one face. DP totally called it. Cena made history. Yep, he made history. There was a rant. I don't know if you saw this. There was a rant. There's a podcaster that does wrestling podcasts, and he went on a rant in full about it was everything that he hated because Cena once again had buried talent. He said that all the work and investment and emotional credit they had put into building the support of Cody and his story, all thrown away once again by John Cena. John Cena has once again squashed talent. For what? For what? What is the benefit? I've yet to have anybody tell me, other than getting us to talk about WWE, which we would have done after WrestleMania anyway. It didn't matter who Cody's opponent was. You could have given that strap to anybody, literally anybody. You could have done all of this with Randy Orton. The very same thing you did with Randy Orton, you could have done with John Cena. You could have done the very same thing with a whole line. You could have done it with Goldberg. You could have done this with heel Goldberg. You could have done this with Sting. You could have done this with Johnny Moxley. You could have done this, like, tell me that wouldn't have been the thing. You could have done this with Roman Reigns. But instead, you could have done this with Jacob Fatu. You could have done the very same thing with Jacob Fatu. But once again, Cena squashes. And while it's historical and while I understand it, I agree with the podcaster. Could have done a whole lot more with this than give it to old man Cena. And that is old man Cena. But I knew he was going to get the strap. The moment Cody laced him up in the promo Friday night, when Cody, the moment Cody said, you can't wrestle, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. And no Rock. My favorite sign of the entire weekend. And I'll leave you with this. No Rock, we riot. They should riot. Bach in the black shirt. Coming up. Winter World Wednesdays on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy